Objection!
Yes, and you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing. Well, boy, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked everywhere. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, we'll scour the place again, sir. Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Aha! Ratto, my boy, how you been? Swim much? Oh, ho, ho, ho! Chief Gantz, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? I'm a defense attorney. Take a look at this. Ah, sorry, Righto. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Poor Gumshoe. Alright, let's talk to him. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yes, yes! Well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? Doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. It's right there in the scripture. What evidence is this? Now, Rato. I can't just give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive. I can't talk about it. Wasn't expecting much. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. Reveal yourself to the lights, you know? It's a full-time job just keeping the Chief of Detectives' trap shut. Ah, he was one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Haha! Wonder what it was you wanted the Chief of Detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Sorry you had to see that, old boy. What exactly did the Chief of Police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. Wanted me to check for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. Nothing belonging to Goodman is still here. Of course not. Well, except for... Aha! I found it! What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did he lose something? Date is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Aha! That's what I need to give to him. Nope. Maybe now. No. What in the world? Edgeworth's not here. No. Ah. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. What if we could investigate the evidence room? Now, Ratto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Ratto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50, no problem. Can I borrow $50? So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content, knock yourself out. Just goes to show you never know till you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because we get to go into the evidence room now. This place is a bad influence on the girl. Alright, finally. It's been way too long. Evidence room's beyond that door. And here the ID card from Chief Gantz. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha, the card reader's turned off, see? What is that god thinking? Well, howdy, partners. What's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Officer Marshall, Aaron Black. Why does it have to be him? What's that why does it have to be him look for, As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeah! Card you got there on your chest. It's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw! Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's awaiting. Card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy. Got no time to tangle with you hombres. You're busy? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. How about some lunch? That smell, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on TV the other day. Is this for my baby? Yes, Miss Starr. What's this? Well, what's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask. Finally. He's willing to talk. The greatest of interrogation skills. You're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? Got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, poor little doggy. Poor guy, keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your post. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. Since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago. Well, I might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? I couldn't tell with your binge drinking. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway in the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the camera system? I don't take the machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli that's sneaking next to your steak, you know? Miss Starr told us something. She said you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. It's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but smells like a bad game of poker. Can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times and no one tells us what actually happened. There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the day of our case. That's right. Evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about those too. Explain. Keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. Kept here under presiding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate if it turns out there was a mistake. So what happens after 2 years? Goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. So we call transferal every February. I see. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever, dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. It happened to SL9 2 days ago. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. The ones Meekins mentioned. Nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're a security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. It's the card reader by the door. Card reader leaves a record of every ID that passes through. This is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? Haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe somebody can prove the record is tied to the stabbing. Is it this ID card? See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one in the parking lot. Number on this is blah. Show us the ID card record again. What do you know? 514. Look, the 4th number. A perfect match. Used that 514 right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Or someone using his card. What did Officer Meekins say? I entered the evidence flashback. Yeah, his ID card, excuse me. Ugh. Why would he ever pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. Guess I can give you this ID card record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. It's quiet. Investigation must be over here. This is the evidence room. Really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyard's supposed to have grass and trees. This is more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Ah! Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head. Oh, she slapped him. So, is it true what I heard? Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day? But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Thanks. First of all, you want to have this. Evans room floor plans. So, detective, you're boss for the day. That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. If you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker here too? Of course. I am a detective after all. Gave me a locker only I can open, pal. Only you can open? This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already. Sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprints? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coated with the fingerprints. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, bzap, you get the shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case, yeah, that case. SL9. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. How do I get him to talk about SL9? Could it be the murder weapon? Yeah, either one of those would have worked. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was his first big case 2 years ago, you know. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was the man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Now that was a bloody case. Violent, so it was a murder? A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago. That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? He was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident. So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. I guess we need to examine. Hey, it's Gumshoe's fishing rod! And the metal detector! Only thing missing is missile. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole! I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out in Gordon Lake, remember? Alright. Wow, it feels like it was ages ago. And I don't know what this is. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap looking box? You can't just judge a person or a machine by the cover, you gotta look at the heart. Something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for evidence here, that said. I bet that locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. God checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the person responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. But he doesn't tuck his shirt under that trench coat either. You wanna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Let's check that. What's this, blood? It's a little worn, but it's definitely a handprint here. Someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Yay! I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine! It's yours? Please! You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on our floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Goodman was an alien. This proves something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Oh, Gumshoe. Aha! Blood detected. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. Might be significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I want some too. I just borrowed 50 bucks from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? Always buy it by mail order. Well, better jot this down on the floor plans. Let's investigate this thing. Look, this one's open and the red indicator light is lit. That locker is coated with Goodman's fingerprint. His locker! Are you sure it's okay to leave it open? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. Must have taken the contents elsewhere. Someone left a glove here. Oh, it's only evidence. Gumshoe, did you leave this out? There you go, pal. Make him out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. I mean, SL9 does have a tag on it. What is the saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? It's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? In the evidence room? Place of stuff with evidence, stuff with dreams. It's true about dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, security's high tech. Look at this big pile of junk in the corner. It's a car door. It's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy that caught was some sort of escape artist and got away. One of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Gumshoe? No? Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence, I know nothing. I say nothing, nothing! That's fine. You bet it's fine. Can't open the lockers if your fingerprint don't match. Can't open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Note, police department lacks faith in lock system. After all, Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead at the prosecutor's office. Take a look at this. This is the ID card record of the people who came in here the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? Second number on the list is Mr. Edgeworth. What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? New dialogue? No. What? So he was here a little while before. Oh, that's right, I forgot I could do this. Texas SL911. A piece of evidence. I never did care for the word tag, it's confusing. Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? I'm playing a game of Scrabble now? Okay, same dialogue. Oh no! This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal. He was dancing proudly the day of the awards ceremony. But there are a lot of people coming and going. They took the Blue Badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful! I toiled night and day. I sympathize with Gumshoe. But I can see why they moved it. No, still nothing. Ah! Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case, the SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of evidence. I wonder which of these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. Let's put it back together. Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, let's piece look at the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. How do I... Oh, that's weird. I don't remember it looking like this. There we go. Ah, okay. Now I can move it. Great. we go. No. It's not letting me rotate it. Oh, maybe I can't. Maybe it just does that for you. Okay, yeah. I thought I was controlling it. Never mind. Ta-da! Huh? Well, I think we did it. Some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it does look like the most stable kind of jar. I understand how it got broken. Hey, pal, look at the time. You need somewhere to go? Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. Gonna give them my report for the day. What is that? Might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? I recognize that guy, too. It's from a later game. The one says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth talk about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Now I get to go see Edgeworth. Freaking finally. What? What is he doing here? Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? What? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel. Bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the prosecutor's office inquiry. I am. By the way, Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info's on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. So how'd it go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? It's not that! Yes, apparently there are some who believe I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. You okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I've nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Ever seen this out of sorts? Tell me about this thing. Oh, right. Better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please, don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The Chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. I'm curious about this other case. Better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence. Screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Tag says AI 16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. May seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that bricks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Ah, I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh no! Ah! Right, please, I'm the prosecutor on this case. But this is unrelated case evidence. What? Tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on? Show my best evidence. Some reactions from him. Nothing from the jar. Nothing from that. Nothing from the locker. Nothing from the floor plans. Nothing from that. Nothing from the fluid. Oh, whoa! I think that was it. Some dark suspicion you're wrapped up in. You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. Figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Are you talking about this father's murder? Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. There we go. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer. It was my first time working with him. I was nervous. You get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? I want to know is why was the Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict. The killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminium powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me, are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... You need to thank me here. Take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Gumshoe as well? Let's get going. One last investigation. Right. Alright. To the handprints. And he's gone. No, I want to look at the other handprints. Okay, it's going to force me to do this one. First, choose a finger. A finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. Let's choose the finger that will have the clearest prints. That's going to be the index finger, obviously. Or maybe the thumb. Okay. Oh, I didn't even pick that. Now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. It's got that sparkle in our eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminium powder around. Huh? How do you do that? Ah, that did the trick. The aluminium powder adheres completely to the prints. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? I don't even know what that is. Imagine blowing out the candles on a birthday cake, see? Wow, looks like fun. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. Pull the powder on thick and blow away the extra. The basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Let's give it a try. Oh, it's Y. Okay. Why not B for blow? I guess it's B for back. Aha, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? It means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left his handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Calm down, that's the way it goes with scientific investigations. It does seem a shame. Except for other prints. There are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Fingerprints outside the blood. Yay! Oh my god, I really gotta do the edges too. A print so clear, it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. Not done yet? There's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. I bet it's Gumshoe. Alright, look at the fingerprint data. Found the person you think about the prints. Bloody handprint fingerprints in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. It's Gumshoe, of course. Look at that. It's obviously Gumshoe. Just look at them. Aha! These prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess it's probably because I was thinking so what? Okay, we can't move nothing this time, as always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly... Yes, the one I wanted to check out in the friggin' first place! No. So we got a fluid reaction. There's a handprint here. Okay. Let's check for prints, of course. Have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in the area have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. So like over like here. About where a finger would be. Seriously? Alright, who are you? Aha! Aaron Black. Hey, these fingerprints, they belong to Aaron Black. This is someone I knew. It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? It's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, it's a bloody handprint. It's obviously different from Gumshoe's. Luminol reaction and blood and fingerprints are in the same place. Ooh, ooh! We have his fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall? Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. Guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Finally! Dear God, that took forever!